Have you tuned to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM? The 9 o'clock hour is here, and it's time for us to continue the conversation. All right, but first things first, let's run you through the last travel advice that we've got for you. If you're navigating through Ikorodu Road, we did tell you earlier on, especially those of you on the return journey, that's within Koshofe inwards, mile 12, an accident cited there earlier on, and that's between a car and a trailer. All right, so monitors there, you can let me know what the real issues are, and perhaps if that has been taken off, I would appreciate it. But if you're coming in from Ikorodu, you meet the slowness by the time you approach Odogun inwards, mile 12, proceeding to K2 Koshofe. That's what you'll find there. On the 3rd Milan Bridge, it's still good, especially from the entry point, but slows down by the time you approach Adeniji towards the end of that bridge inwards Ikoyi. Lagos Ibadan Expressway, there's a case of a broken down container laden trailer. This is at Magboro Bridge. If you're coming into Lagos, that's on the inward Lagos bound section of that road, but efforts on to remove it. We understand that there are traffic managers somewhere around that location. Okay, then, it's appearing that we're having much more in terms of impediments and accidents. Still on the Ikorodu Road, by the time you approach Ojota, just between Ojota, inwards Maryland, another accident reported there, and it's between a car and a trailer. Backlog is also felt somewhere around K2. Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, still very busy. Lots of vehicles sighted coming into Lagos, and you meet the slowness by the time you approach Dokpemu underneath the bridge, proceeding towards Cement and down to Ajayi Farms, all the way to National. It slows down intermittently. That's what you will find within that area. Okay then, let's see if we can celebrate one or two presents on this 20th day of July. It's time for us to ring out the bell as we do our birthday profile for celebrities. All right then, happy birthday to you. Gift Amadi is celebrating today, and the Traffic Radio family is celebrating you. Equally celebrating is Ronke Adeyanju, who is a staff with the Lagos State Government. Ronke, a big shout out going out to you as well. Oluwatomike Praise Adubi David is also celebrating, and he's clocking 21 today. If you're wondering who she is, she's a daughter to Olori Ajoke Adubi David. All right, big shout out to you as you celebrate on this wonderful day. All right, then, so if you listen to me in your car, or perhaps you're in your office already, and today is your birthday, you can give us a ring. Just give you a shout out here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Happy birthday.
For today, thank you for this day, thank you for your grace. Oh, back it, your balanu. As you are to you need to can do. See my life, oh, Lord, I'm grateful. My testimony, by your grace, oh, open it, I can't do what bonita, oh, your room, my comfort, oh.
Oh my Father, thank you for your love.
The Lagos Lagos State Drivers Institute, LASDRI, was established by Law Number 13, published in the Official Gazette of July 2007, to train, retrain, and recertify all professional drivers in the state. In fulfillment of its core mandate, LASDRI operates 3 programs, which are annual mandatory training for all professionals or paid drivers, structured training to suit the demands of organizations, and rehabilitation training for drivers apprehended by enforcement agencies. All professional or paid drivers are enjoined to attend the mandatory training. Driving school instructors are also to enroll for the yearly Train the Trainer program. However, during this period of the pandemic, LASDRI advises all vehicle owners and drivers to comply with all Ministry of Transportation COVID-19 guidelines for operation, which include 60% passengers capacity, use of face mask, washing of hands, observation of social distancing, and other preventive regulations to curtail the spread of the virus, because transportation plays a major role in the life of every citizen, and it is the key driver of the economy of the state. It is important to remind drivers that our training centers at Ikeja, Badagry, Ikodu, Lagos Island, and Ekpe, including our new annex office at the VIS headquarters Ojodu, are open for service. Drivers are also reminded of their responsibility to drive responsibly and ensure compliance with the safety rules in their vehicles. Igbega Ipinle Eko, Ajumosheni, Lagos State Government, announcer.
Dear Lagosians, we have recorded more cases of COVID-19 coronavirus. As a result, the government has put some measures in place to prevent the spread of this pandemic. In the interest of all, let's shun every gathering of people, whether religious, political, family, professional, or social, such as parties, nightclubs, event centers, and rallies. Practice safe greetings, such as a wave of the hand, a nod, or a bow. Religious and community leaders should sensitize their followers, while parents should educate their children. Observe preventive measures by washing hands regularly or using alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Maintain high standards of personal hygiene and practice social distancing of at least 1 meter or 6 feet from one another. Remember to cover your mouth or nose with clean tissue while coughing or sneezing with your bent elbow. If you feel sick or have symptoms such as fever, fatigue, shortness of breath, coughing or sneezing, call these emergency numbers: 08000 Corona, 0802-316-9485, 003-356-5529, or 005-281-7243. To protect and save lives, law enforcement agencies have been directed to stop any gathering that contravenes these directives. Be informed, be vigilant, be prepared, be safe. Support the Lagos State government in the fight against coronavirus. Igbega Ipinle Eko, Ajumosheni. This message is from the Lagos State government.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. All right then. So this time it's always the suitable place for us to bring the conversation to you. And it's all about how best to improve things within our society using our thoughts, ideas, and recipes for its attainment. Okay then. So we're streaming this live on our website. That's on www.trafficradio961.ng, and also on our Facebook page too. We're streaming live there. And that's on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. All right, so this morning, we're going to be looking at partial closure of 3rd Mainland Bridge, the water transportation alternative. And of course, who's better suited to take us through this other than the General Manager for the Lagos State Waterways Authority in the person of Damilola Emmanuel. Nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Good morning, Victor. Thank you so much for having me on here.
It has been quite a while since we had Damilola on this platform. So what's been happening in LASWA?
COVID has made everybody hide and
COVID.
But as well, no, we're just planning so that we can act for this sort of period we're in right now.
Right. All right. So before we dwell on water transportation as a suitable alternative for the partial closure of the 3rd Mainland Bridge, let's talk about your agency.
Absolutely.
What are your core values in that agency, by the way, Lagos State Waterways Authority?
Well, for us, it's flexibility, integrity, being able to respond, safety, and also, of course, teamwork for us is called first. So
Right.
those are our core values.
Which is very good. So since the inception of the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration, what are the major developments that are taking place in LASWA, for instance?
One of the major developments, we've been able to ensure that the hydrographic survey is done for majority of our routes. We've been able to also expand our awareness. And for the first 6 months in this year, there was actually no incidents until a few weeks ago where we had an unfortunate incident on the waterways.
Right.
Yeah, but so a number of things have been achieved well, and obviously there are a number of things in the pipeline as well to further ensure we can strengthen the waterways, not just as a viable alternative alone, but as a part of the multimodal transport infrastructure in the states.
And I'm interested in that part which you just mentioned right now, the hydrographic survey which you just talked about.
Yeah.
Break it down for our listeners. What does that mean? What does that entail?
Well, basically, we know there are different routes on the waterways. There's 15 major routes, even though we have much more than that. But what you usually have to do for those routes is that you have to determine the water depth of those routes, because that water depth is what will inform you whether the route is actually navigable or not. So when we have that, it's information that we can always share with operators, and even those who are very, very interested in wanting to know what the water depths for those routes are.
Right. So how navigable are those water routes in Lagos?
They're actually navigable.
The 15 routes?
Yeah, the 15 major routes. They're actually navigable.
All right.
But obviously, it doesn't mean that it doesn't need constant sweeping. It might need constant sweeping, while some others as well will probably need to be dredged because they haven't been dredged in a long time.
Right. All right. So with traffic management and of course transportation as one of the themes agenda component, how has LASWA keyed into the themes agenda of this present administration?
Well, it's transportation and traffic management, right? So what LASWA has been able to do as well is, for example, through the influx of Lagos ferry services, there's also been addition to the private boats on our waterways, because Lag Ferry didn't come in to chase out other operators, but actually complement, because what they've done is actually complement what we already have, and also to sort of provide a sort of standard which we want to going forward for our waterways. So that's what they've been able to do. So we've actually keyed in, and we're looking to further strengthen that through ensuring that, safety is very, very paramount for us. So in this year, the budget is actually focused on safety until COVID came, but we're not going to allow COVID weigh us down. We're still going to ensure that we can build those safety systems and structures between now and the end of the year.
Right, and I love that, because for some time now we've been doing some levels of collaboration even with Lag Ferry, but LASWA is the regulator of the water transportation system in Lagos. Is that correct?
Yes.
So what is the penetration level of water transportation usage in Lagos as we speak right now?
Well, it's still low, but I believe that it's rising, and it's going to rise. Now a lot more people are even working from home, so you have a reduced numbers generally. But I know that it's still going to get on the rise, and people just want to be confident and want to ensure that they can go safely on the waterways, and that's one of the things we're really, really focusing on. How do we boost passenger confidence and make people those who just have this natural water phobia, how do we get them to use the waterways?
Right. So in terms of figures now, like how many passengers do you guys carry in a month, for instance?
So on a monthly basis, it used to be 2 million, but I know that it's still alternating between an average of 1.7, 1.8 on a monthly basis.
Right, and that's a good increment, if you ask me. At least people are keen into some levels of the usage of water transportation. That's what it means.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. Let me see if I can take an update coming in. Hello there. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Victor.
All right.
This is Zainab watching live from 5 Cowries Jet in Palomo.
Very good. Zainab, you've been at the 5 Cowries jetty for over 2 hours now. What's the latest situation at the 5 Cowries terminal?
Okay, as you know, today is Monday, usually a busy one here in Lagos State. So at the jetty, operation resumes as early as 6:30 a.m. And closes in the evening by 6 p.m.
Okay.
So the first boat that got to this place was around 6:50 a.m.
Okay.
The boat named Ayongure with 25 passengers capacity.
All right.
With 600 naira as the fare rate.
Right.
While the second one with 30 passenger capacity named Ibega Iko got to this place around 7:17 a.m.
And where are those two boats? Where are they coming from?
Yes, they are coming from Ikorodu down
okay.
to here in Palomo.
All right.
And so the boat that comes to 5 carries majorly are Igega Eko
Right.
with 30 passengers capacity.
Okay.
We also have Babatunde Fashola with 30 passengers capacity as well.
All right.
But that one runs 2 trips in a day in the morning.
All right.
So we also have Anyongure with 25 passengers. It also runs 2 trips in the morning.
All right.
And we also have Ejiri. That one has 60 passengers capacity.
Okay, but because of COVID-19, it's reduced, right?
Yes, definitely. So, comparing the last ferry to the privately owned boat, the fare of last ferry still remains 600 naira.
Okay.
While the privately owned charge 1,000 naira.
Right, but I do understand that even recently, they've equally reduced their own prices too.
No, the price still remains 1,000 naira.
Okay, so for what you found out this morning, the private operators are still collecting 1,000 naira.
Yes, 1,000 naira. So there are some other benefits that you can enjoy in the Lagos State owned ferries, which include a port where you can charge your phone,
right?
Free access to Wi-Fi, the comfortability.
Right.
It is safe, efficient, it is spacious and affordable.
All right. So Zainab, talk to our listeners this morning. What is the time that people use from Ikorodu to the 5 carries jetty? What time does it take?
Okay, compared to using the road, on the waterways from Ikorodu down to here in Palomo, we take you not less than 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
25 to 30 minutes, depending on the capacity of the boat.
Okay. So instead of people traveling on the road from Ikorodu all the way to Koyi, where they will spend like 2 hours or 3 hours, a 30 minutes ride or a 30 minutes sail on the waterways will just do it.
Yes, 30 minutes sail, yes. So Waterways seeks to alleviate the current challenges that commuters face daily on the road by providing a viable alternative. It also saves you from the stress of traffic congestion being witnessed day in and day out on the road.
Which is very true. All right, but Zainab, let's talk about the protocols for COVID-19 in that the 5 carries terminal. What are your observations there?
So what I observed is they were all on their life jackets, and before you can get down from the boat, you have to check your temperature before everybody goes to their final destination.
Okay.
Their temperature will be checked, and before entering the terminal, you have to wash your hands and make use of hand sanitizer.
Okay. So all that is part of the protocol that have been put in place there.
Yes.
What about the use of face mask? Is that also part of it?
Yes, that one is also compulsory. No face mask, no entry. That's no face mask, no entry.
All right. Okay, then. Yes. It's nice having you to share this with us. And I'm hoping that with this live report that we've been embarking on constantly, we'll be able to get more people plug into water transportation, especially now that the Third Mainland Bridge is going to be closed partially.
Yes, very sure.
All right, then. Okay. Zainab, it's nice talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, Damilola Emmanuel, you are the regulator of that sector. I know she's mentioned a lot of things that which you as a regulator might have put in place. But let's still, dwell upon this now. COVID-19 came and took everybody by storm from March 2020. How has it been for LASWA as a regulator?
Well, also it's been interesting because obviously you've had to adapt to the current situation. People will still want to move on the waterways, and people are still moving on the waterways. So we have to just ensure that in line with what the state government has laid down in terms of the rules, safety rules, we make sure we adhere to it and make sure all our stakeholders as well are adhering to it. But we've also seen, like I said, a slight drop in the numbers because not a lot of people are going to the office. People are still so if people are still working from home.
Right.
But generally, we've had to adapt because you have to put all those safety measures in place and ensure that you keep monitoring and enforcing, because enforcement is what people, generally Nigerians, understand.
Right. Now, Lag Ferry came into the system with their boats as far back as February. And you as a regulator, how are you monitoring those boats? Are they still keeping to standards that you guys have laid down for them?
Yeah, they're keeping to standards, and they've actually set the standards for what we want to see on our waterways. And that's the whole idea of Lag Ferry. That is not to compete with private operators, but like I said, it's to complement the already existing operators on the waterways.
Okay. Let's talk about infrastructure for water transportation. What's the position? Of course, you talk about what you've done, hydrographic survey, LL and all of that. But what's the vision from the perspective of LASWA? What are you guys aiming at?
Well, the already existing, the number of existing jetties, which the state government is looking to upgrade. These jetties are being used right now, but when they were built as concrete jetties. And what the state government is doing, instead of saying we want to just build a new jetty there, why don't we revamp that particular jetty by ensuring that we attach to it floating jetties, to ensure that with those floating jetties you can have multiple berthing points and have more people berth and more boats berth at that jetty, to increase the capacity of that particular jetty. So that's what we're doing. We're currently upgrading the infrastructure, the jetties.
How many of these are you guys working on?
Well, we're going to work on 3 in the immediate term, and then before the end of the year look at more as well. But 3 key ones to increase the capacity there.
Right. Sometime back you talked about channelization of the waterways.
Yes.
How far has that project gone?
Well, that is done. That is done through the Ministry of Waterfront and Infrastructure.
Okay, so they are working on it.
Yeah, they're working on it. I know that they did 4 routes the last time, and they're also considering doing some priority routes, which I know that CMS to Badagry is one of the ones they're strongly considering to ensure that we can move people, because I'm sure you know what's going on with Badagry, so a lot of more people want to use the waterways for Badagry.
That would be interesting. All right, so from this Friday, Damilola, Emmanuel, the Third Mainland Bridge will be experiencing a partial closure. All right, so waterways, water transportation. Are you guys ready to receive more people make use of the waterways during this period?
Yes, definitely. It's the partial closure and traffic management of Third Mainland Bridge. And the way we're looking at it from considering 4 things. The very first one is the routes, the jetties, the terminals, and the operators, which is just 1 point.
Right.
There's also the safety aspect, there's a security aspect, and then there's the sensitization and awareness aspect. So from those 4 cardinal points, we believe that we're going to be able to ensure that people can consider the waterways as a viable alternative during this period.
Do you have enough boats, by the way?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I mentioned the very first point. So what we're going to do is also, what we're going to do with the existing operators, they're going to also have to double up on how many times they run routes in the morning, and also during the peak periods, they're going to have to increase the number of times. Basically, increase the frequency of their movement, and then also for those who have extra boats we have not put into use, they're also going to be putting those boats into use as well.
All right. Okay, so I need you to provide some kind of advice for people, especially those that are within the Ikeja area now. Some are listening to you right now and they say, okay, well, it's worth considering for me to make use of the waterways. So if someone like, anyone who stays in Ogba, in Ikotun and all those areas, for instance, wants to make use of the waterways. He works in the island, he works in Ikoyi, or works in Victoria Island.
Yeah.
Which is the closest place that they can get a boat that they can make use of?
Okay, so let me look at it this way. If you look at the mainland, where are the places on the mainland where we have infrastructure at the moment? In Ikorodu, we have several infrastructures. We have several. There's the state ones, and there's also the private ones as well. So you have several in Ikorodu. So anyone who's around Ikorodu, you have the Pakodo terminal. You have the Bayeku, which is coming up. You have the Ibeshi, and you have the Jede. Even though the Ibeshi is not yet fully functional, but we have the Ijede, which is also there. And you also have the private ones. You have the Sea Coach as well, who is also there. Sea Coach is a private operator, which also provides boats. That's for the corridor access. But now, if you look at the Ilaje access, and the reason I say Ilaje Bariga is because that's the closest one to the Third Mainland Bridge. So you have to obviously come from the Bagada drive from the Bagara onto that Bariga Road and come to the Bariga Ilaje jetty. So from there, you can get boats going to CMS.
Is that one operational?
Yes, operational.
Okay.
Boats going to CMS, boats going to VI, boats going to Ikoyi. It's currently that particular jetty has not gotten a lot of mileage, but we know that going forward, especially from Monday, it's going to have a lot more activity because
so people can make use of that particular.
Absolutely, absolutely, from there to the island.
So everybody that is coming from this end, probably from Ikeja, they can drive through towards that Ilaje point.
Yes, Ilaje point.
And then they can take a boat there.
Yes, absolutely.
That sounds pretty interesting. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This morning, we're looking at the partial closure of the Third Mainland Bridge, water transportation as a suitable alternative. And we're asking you this morning how you can plug in. And that's why we have the regulator in the building, talking about Damilola Emmanuel, who's the general manager for LASWA, Lagos State Waterways Authority. He's joining us right now, and of course, he's talking about this. You have the opportunity to also talk to him. But we're going to take a very, very short break. Talk about safety kits as well as compliance issues. All that and much more will be part of the conversation shortly.
Vivian, what do you think you're doing?
What does it look like I'm doing, sis? Trying to cross the road, of course.
But there is zebra crossing right ahead now. Why aren't you using it?
What? In Nigeria, no be only zebra crossing, a donkey crossing. I beg you, make a hear word.
Vivian, are you saying you don't know that you are endangering your life and that of other road users by trying to cross the road? If you get knocked by any vehicle, you are not bound by any law because you disobey the traffic rules. As pedestrian, the right way for you to cross the road is using the pedestrian bridge, and when there is none, you use the zebra crossing.
Girl, it is not like I don't know these things, but you know Lagos drivers now, they wouldn't even care. Let's use the zebra crossing then.
That's better, let's go.
Pedestrians, learn to use the zebra signs when crossing the road. Motorists, always watch out for the zebra crossing signs. The safety of all road users is our collective responsibility. This message is from Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, moving Lagos forward.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. All right then, so we're proceeding on the program this morning, and we're still talking water transportation as a suitable alternative to the forthcoming partial closure of the Third Mainland Bridge. Damilola Emmanuel is our guest this morning. He's taking us to the classroom on how it all should work, and he's saying that they are prepared. So let's connect with you too. Perhaps you have one or two areas of concern for the General Manager of LASWA. Feel free to bring that in this morning as we talk about this. 0809 912 0777. 0809 912 0777. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Victor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, what's your name?
Good morning. Solomon.
Solomon.
Yes.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you right now from my papa.
Okay, Solomon. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. I want to confirm from the young man there. Maybe, is there any way the jetty from Janoworo, as it's just said now, Papa, is there any
route
like that? Yes, anyone going from Janoworo to
Papa,
instead of going to CMS or going to Ikoyi or going to VI.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Damilola, just allow you to respond to that.
Yes, so from Ilaje, there's going to be one of the boats will be going on that route from Ilaje to Apapa.
All right, so he can comfortably stop.
Yes.
At pick a boat that is going to Apapa.
Yes.
Ah, okay, that's good. Solomon, that sounds pretty interesting. Hello there. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Sam from Ikorodu on the line.
All right, Sam. It's nice to hear from you.
Yeah. How you doing? How was your weekend?
Very good. We give God the glory. So talk to me.
Yeah, good morning, LASWA man. I hope you are okay.
His name is Damilola Emmanuel.
Mr. Damilola, pardon my ignorance.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy that LASWA has been able to respond to some of the complaints on this platform in the past times, especially with regards to the closed boat. You know, there's this small passport 19 boat that takes about 18 to 21 passengers that complained about some time ago.
That's right.
It's not very safe. And I've seen changes that they've remodified those boats. They are safer now. At least they are open. You know, in the event of any accident, people are easily rescued. However, there are still a lot of them who are yet to comply with that remodeling. You understand? So I will still implore LASWA to work on them, because having a closed boat, especially those small ones, is not safe at all. Then the other thing I want to talk about this morning is it pains me when I see Nigerians or Lagosians destroy public facilities. We need an attitudinal reorientation. I am a taxpayer in Lagos State, and I know that these public facilities, be it roads, be it street lights, be it the barricades, you know, all of these things are put in place for our safety.
That's right.
It pains me when I see people damage or destroy them for no reason. And then government too is culpable in their past, because they failed to adequately enforce these things. We have always advocated it. They should enforce all of these things. You see somebody, a driver who knocked down a barricade or a street light, he goes away. Nobody challenges him. And then it's just like that. Look at all the BRT bus stops on Ikorodu Road. They are, in fact, they are finished. Let me put it that way. They are completely finished. Nobody maintains them. You understand?
Right.
The government should do something about these things.
Okay, then, Sam.
Instead of wasting money all the time to rebuild, maintenance will make these facilities last longer.
That's true. That's very true. Sam, thank you so much for bringing that to our attention, and I'm sure that authorities are listening, and something will definitely be done in that direction. All right, 0809-912-0777. You can also put your comments on our social media platform. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, about what Mr. Damilola said about...
What's your name? What's your name?
Yeah, this is Hassan.
Hassan, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ikoyi right now.
Ikoyi, all right. What's your concern?
Yeah, the last time I went to Ilaje, the road there is very bad, and it took me a while before I could get to the jetty. So, and I'm thinking that now that the Mainland will be partially closed, what's going to happen with that road still being damaged and all?
Okay, all right. I will respond to you. Thank you. All right. Maybe I'll just allow you to respond to that right away. It says access route to the Bariga jetty is in a deplorable state.
Yeah. Well, two things. Let me first of all talk to Sam, remodeler of the boat. Thank you for his comments and his observation. And also let him know that the others are going to comply as soon as possible. The reason why we also slow down that, because we know COVID has hit everyone hard. And we know that if we can't tell them now to do it, we know it might take a bit of, but definitely safety over every other thing. So definitely we're going to make sure the other boats are done.
All right.
For Hassan, who just spoke about that road, it's going to be a continuous work and immediate work by the Ministry of Works, who you know are in charge of roads, because there are several roads that lead to that jetty. There's the St. Finbar's Road. There's also the old Bariga Road as well. But we know that, and also there's a Dusi. There are several roads that link to that jetty, and also I know that Works has prioritized it for this period to ensure that they can obviously make it, motorable. Yeah, for cars.
They just try and rehabilitate it.
Yes, but as the rains have been falling, that will also affect their work. But they're on it, and they're going to.
All right, then let's take more. Hello there. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Femi. I'm calling out. This is Femi.
All right, Femi, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you very much. I want to speak to the young man there.
Right.
Because, I can see that a lot of things, whenever they want to implement some things, they always forget this Lagos West.
Okay.
At the district. Are you getting me now?
Right.
I'm in Lagos West. You tell me. I hope the young man understand what I'm talking about. Concerning this water transportation system, I believe that part of Lagos has more people and more water for people to do transportation down to where they're going to.
Okay, so give me some areas. Give me some areas in the Lagos West that you're talking about.
Like, yeah, for example, from Badagry to Ojo.
Okay.
These are people, if you look at a lot of people in the country, there's a lot of riverine area there that they use boats, water transportation. That's what they use every now and then. If you look from Badagry down to Ibasa, I'm talking of the satellite aspect of it.
Right.
It takes down to Apapa. Are you getting me now?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that route is very easy for people from Lagos State to put their coaches over there for people to run so that it will decongest the roads. Because obviously, if you look at it, Lagos State has abandoned that road. How many? I don't know. It gets it. Because that route, and that is the only route people just come from transport.
Okay, so now let me get you clearly, Femi.
1,200.
Right, so right. So Femi, what you're saying now is that you need to see more of the presence of water infrastructure within that Lagos West.
Anything, yeah, in that aspect.
Okay.
In that aspect.
All right. Damilola will.
I've not done anything to that route.
Okay. All right.
And that is the route from childhood when Lagos State government was doing it. You take it all the way from that place, but I agree down to mine too.
Good. All right. He will respond to you. Thank you so much for your call.
I'm not that route generally.
Right. He will respond. Thank you so much. That's Femi also making a case for Lagos West, he calls it. 0809-912-0777. We'll still get back to you, but let's take more calls right now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I'm calling as regards the Pakodo Road. Because, you know, that's one of the road that leads to the jetty in Ikorodu.
Right. So what's your name, sir?
Right away, I'm on a Pakodo Road.
What's your name, sir? What's your name?
My name is Tayo.
Okay, Tayo, all right.
I'm from the Pakodo Road.
Right.
And I'm saying that if somebody could complain about Bariga Road, then I think it's worthy that she also complain about Pakodo Road. Because, generally speaking, that's the road that leads to the jetty in Ikorodu. And you know, Ikorodu jetty is one of the one that is being used very well now,
right,
in Ikorodu for all the waterways. And I'm one of those that usually ply the waterways.
Oh, good.
Today, because I'm not going to the island. I'm going towards Ikeja. Like that's why I'm taking my car out.
Okay.
And I know that when they close the Mainland Bridge, we have no choice, those of us in Ikorodu, going to Victoria Island and Lagos Island, than to go back to our usual ways of going to the office. So please, we are begging. We are not just saying it. We are just begging. Let them come and do this Ekwakodo Road, please.
Okay, all right. We've taken note of that, but share your experience with us, Tayo. When you make use of the waterways, what's the experience like?
I do for over 13 years.
You've been doing that for 13 years?
Yes. If you ask people that apply, they will say, if you say Mr. Williams at Ekwakodo, they should know me. Everybody should know me.
Right. And it's very, very fast, right?
Yes. It's the best thing that can happen to Lagos State. I'm telling you the truth. And even I'm expecting Lagos to do jetty in the likes of Ayobo and the area so that clear the waterways and let us use waterways in Lagos very well.
Okay then. Tayo, thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir.
Great. All right. Infrastructure of waterways. And this morning we're trying to see how we drive traffic away from the roads, especially now that the Third Mainland Bridge will be experiencing a partial closure from Friday. Before I still allow Damilola to respond to some of those concerns, we're still going to hear from you. 0809-912-0777. You can also put your comments on our social media platform. Like we said, Facebook is very much there. Put your comments there. We'll attend to it shortly. Twitter is at Lagos Traffic 961. And you can send us a WhatsApp message as well. Using the same number, okay? That's 0809-912-0777. All right, traffic managers, what's the latest with the accidents that we've been talking about? Ojota inwards Maryland, what's the 411 with that? And the one on the return journey as well, from Kushofe down to mile 12. We need to have that update as well. All right, Damilola, let's hear you respond to some of those concerns that have been raised.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me start with, I think I dealt with Hassan already. So let me do with Femi, who spoke about Lagos West. You know, the state government has not abandoned Lagos West. And like I said, where there are existing infrastructure and where there's current boat operations is to increase the capacity. So I know I mentioned it just as we started, and I said to you that one of the routes being considered to be channelized, I mentioned it was the CMS Badagry.
That's right.
So which is going to obviously cover where he's talking about the Ojo, the Ibasa, Ibeshi, all that axis as well, which he spoke about.
So once it's properly
channelized. Yes, people are using it now, but we need to ensure safety, because it will take a boat captain who knows that route very well, who will not be able to run aground. So, so we have to ensure that it's properly channelized. And there's also this year, I know that prioritized is also a plan to build jetties in the Badagry axis as well. So definitely Lagos West, we know what's currently going on there, and the state government has also switched its focus as well to look there as well. But there must be a balance to everything.
Right.
As much as you have the ones which you can quickly in the short term quickly do, you have to ensure you maximize and optimize those ones, while also not losing focus of the medium and long-term ones as well.
Right.
Yeah, and then also for the Pakodo Road, it's been noted, and that will be forwarded to Ministry of Works for them to help with that road.
Now, before I take any other reaction, yesterday you guys were going around the different jetties. You want to talk to us about that?
Absolutely, yeah. So, like I said to you, you can't walk alone. You must, even though that's what my favorite team does, Liverpool. But I mean, collaborate. So we're able to collaborate, and what happened yesterday was LASWA, LASEMA, and Safety Commission went out to visit the several jetties which will have a lot of traffic come from Monday.
All right.
And what we're looking at is what are the current existing systems that are there, and what do we need to do in terms of safety. So 1, personnel; 2, infrastructure, and also how do we create awareness around these jetties, and also to ensure that basic safety tips and safety messages are passed across to passengers as much as possible.
Right.
So yesterday was about inspection, assessment, and also implementation of all of these safety systems.
And how many jetties did you visit yesterday?
Went to three of them yesterday. We were at the larger one, then we took the boats to Ipakodo, and to Ebutero, and also CMS. We had already gone to Ikorodu before, so we didn't need to go to Ikorodu again.
All right.
But we looked at the 3 yesterday.
Okay, then 0809-912-0777. Still talking water transportation this morning. Alternate routes that you can make use of during the partial closure. Hello there. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Victor.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Andrew on the line.
Nice to hear from Andrew.
Yes, you said well. Please, I want to look at safety in respect of while flying the waterways, which the boats.
Okay.
My true agree. I know I said something last week while we were talking about the road drainage system.
Right.
Containers. They've used that place as a partial container terminal. I'll use that word, underline my word, partial container terminal. And they are using trunk to carry containers from that Mazamaza axis, mile 2 axis, in between the two sides to take goods down. What are the safety measures you are putting in place? Because they do this thing both day, afternoon, and night. And boats will be flying there. Okay. That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are you aware of this, Damilola?
Yes.
Okay. So what are the safety implications of this?
Well, the first thing obviously is we're currently carrying an assessment of that mile 2 routes, because the thing about when one finds an opportunity in Lagos, everybody else wants to do it. So it's noticed that a lot of people are actually now using that mile 2 axis for that. So one of the things that has been done is that the state agencies which are in charge of ensuring that all their infrastructures are in place are carrying out an assessment of that place, and we're going to ensure that they don't block the channel. So there will be obviously inspection, there will be obviously monitoring and patrolling from our own boats and on land as well, to ensure that the relevant MDAs in Lagos State as well are also being able to fine tune and see that the activities there are meeting up to safety standards.
The mile 2 jetty, is it used for passenger operation?
Yeah, used for passenger operations as well as even cargo movement as well.
So people can move from mile 2 to where now? CMS?
Mile 2 to CMS, yeah.
All right. So instead of going
to Liverpool.
Liverpool in Apapa. So instead of going through the roads, they can make use of that as well.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds pretty nice. All right. So you're having lots of alternatives that you can make use of during this period. 0809-912-0777 is still the numbers that you can connect with us on the program this morning as we focus the conversation on water transportation. All right. So while all of this is on, you said that you have your team, your boats, and of course everyone ready to take as many people as possible. What are the operational times that you guys that the boats are meant to operate on the waterways in Lagos?
Well, I'll say for over 60 to 70% of the routes, there's peak periods, which is 6:30 to about 9:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Till about 10 anyway. And then between 10 and 3, we see sort of like an off-peak period. And then after people close from work again, between 4 to 6 o'clock, we're going to have a lot more movement as well. But there are some routes which we know is a constant throughout the day movement, especially within the Ojo axis. Badore to Ijede is one of those routes as well, which you see a lot of activity all day as well.
All day?
Yeah, all day. And also in the Ojo axis, there are a lot of cross-community movements as well.
Okay, and that goes on all through the day.
And also Liverpool to CMS.
Hello.
So.
All right. Hello there, good morning. Hello, can you hear me?
I think we lost the call.
Okay, all right. We'll try to see how we clean that up. This is Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We're going to go on a short break right now. 1 or 2 messages. When we return, we'll still hear from you before we wrap up things. What are the closing times? Do we still have night boat operation in Lagos? Is that part of it? All that and much more. Damilola will respond on the program this morning.
When I see any MTN vendor, I know say I fit ask for MTN VTU. MTN VTU not be the name again, no. The name not be VTU again. Yes, so MTN Topic now the new name. But no worry, you still fit buy data, credit, and even the awoof bundles where they on top MTN network. Just find MTN retailer or use your bank USSD code. Take to top it for your phone, and you go there alright. With MTN Top It, recharge na jeje. No need to waste your time on top scratchy recharge card. Make you no go scratch your pin join. MTN Topic no go fail you at all. So therefore, next time you want buy credit of any amount, ask for MTN Top It. Oh, your credit don't finish, Abi? Oh, you won't go top it, Jah. Make yourself begin enjoy better thing.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
So my sister just texted me now telling me how much she's missed me. Well, I know what she truly misses. So I open my Stanbic IBTC app and say to it, hey, I want to transfer 5,000 naira to Funke. Done.
And my boss just asked me what the highest price stock is right now. I can't find my handle. So I open my Stanbic IBTC app from the comfort of my home and figure it out. Got it.
You be the hero. Upgrade and take control of your finances with the new Stanbic IBTC mobile app. Download or upgrade your Stanbic IBTC mobile app on Google Play or Apple Store to experience seamless voice banking, stockbroking, insurance, and more from the safety of your home. From your one-stop financial services partner, Stanbic IBTC. It can be.
Dear Lagosians, we have recorded more cases of COVID-19 coronavirus. As a result, the government has put some measures in place to prevent the spread of this pandemic. In the interest of all, let's shun every gathering of people, whether religious, political, family, professional, or social, such as parties, nightclubs, event centers, and rallies. Practice safe greetings, such as a wave of the hand, a nod, or a bow. Religious and community leaders should sensitize their followers, while parents should educate their children. Observe preventive measures by washing hands regularly or using alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Maintain high standards of personal hygiene and practice social distancing of at least 1 meter or 6 feet from one another. Remember to cover your mouth or nose with clean tissue while coughing or sneezing with your bent elbow. If you feel sick or have symptoms such as fever, fatigue, shortness of breath, coughing or sneezing, call these emergency numbers: 08000 Corona, 0802-316-9485, 003-356-5529, or 005-281-7243. To protect and save lives, law enforcement agencies have been directed to stop any gathering that contravenes these directives. Be informed, be vigilant, be prepared, be safe. Support the Lagos State government in the fight against coronavirus. This message is from the Lagos State government.
All right, and so we're hitting the last bend of the program this morning on your side mirror. Damilola Emmanuel, General Manager LASWA, with us in the studio. All right, so we have this comment here from Facebook. It's from Clement, and it says the presence of lag ferry influenced the skyrocketed price from the private operators. It said a trip from Capital Oil Jetty to CMS, we used to pay 300 naira until Lag Ferry came with 600 naira. That's Clement Ayola. What do you make of that, Damilola, by the way? Is it true that presence of Lag Ferry has made things change drastically for private operators?
No, I don't think so. I mean, like I even said to you, Lag Ferry started by operating even lower than the private operators. So just now that I know that they're going to come to be at par, because obviously they have to be able to compete like everybody else. Government is not trying to favor some over others, so they're going to have to compete like everybody else. But I know that they even dropped their prices less. So that's quite interesting, and I know that's something that I'll be looking into.
Let's talk about the incident that happened about 10 to how many days ago now, where we had, in boat mishap. Somewhere around, where is that now? Is it Jeddah now?
It was around the corridor.
Yes, so, and the report we got is that they were moving at 8 p.m. What's the latest? What's the investigation with that particular mishap?
Yeah, well, I mean, let's first of all, render our condolences to those who lost loved ones in that incident, because it was actually quite unfortunate. And I know that obviously when these things happen, the authority has to take responsibility for it. So the boat left because obviously it started boarding. It started boarding at a I'll say at a late time. But then what had happened was there were delays because people kept saying they don't want to come, and there were a lot of people at the jetty. And a lot of the time, these operators just want to help the people. They want to see how to move the people. But at the same time, you have to also have to think of safety first, which is why I know that the captain and that operator has been held by Marine Police.
Okay, so they're being investigated
right now. And what happened was the boat hit something, obviously, which then created
an impact that made it capsize.
Made it capsize. Yeah, but thank God for those who were able to get rescued. But really, it was a really sad incident. I mean, I didn't sleep for about 3 days after the incident.
Wow.
I still struggle. And I know that's not easy for those who lost loved ones as well. But definitely, that's why we're not going to compromise on safety.
So now, I wanted to tell our people now, those that will make use of the water, what is the closing period for?
No, after 6 o'clock. For now, during this COVID time, after 6 o'clock, you don't allow you get any boats any longer.
No boats are supposed to be on the waterways.
No, after 6 o'clock, so 6 o'clock is the last time the boat should leave. Yeah, the boat should leave at 6 o'clock. Yes.
All right. Okay, then. So as we take this up this morning, Damilola, what's your message to our people?
Well, our message to our people is let's continue to work together. Let's continue to collaborate to ensure we have a greater Lagos. And please, obviously, as LASWA, we're very open. Reach out to us, and if you see anything, please bring it to our attention. And we also encourage all passengers as well as boat operators to adhere to all safety rules, and let's all stay safe so that we can all stay long.
Emergency issues on the waterways.
Yes.
Any number to call?
009 012 9888 009 012.
Let's take that again. So 0809
012 9888.
Okay.
0809 012 9777, and of course the emergency number 7670.
Okay.
112.
All right then. Damilola, Emmanuel, it's nice having you in the building. Thank you so much.
So much, Victor. Thanks for having me.
So like you said, I'm sure that from Monday, we're likely going to be having lots of more people make use of the waterways. But when you do, please take note of all the safety measures that he's talked about. And you can always call those numbers, like he said, 0809 012 9888. And of course, the other number, 88, that's 997, right?
9777.
Okay, 9777. All right then. Thank you so much for being here. We have to go. The program this morning has been produced by Folashade Adirumu, and maximum thanks equally goes to Sahid Adesonya, Public Affairs Officer with the Lagos State Waterways Authority, making this happen this morning. We equally want to say a big thank you to Philip Akinwara for our social media team, and to our executive producer Tayo Akonle. Tomorrow the program will return with another issue of great importance. But till then, this is Victor Terry. Stay safe, observe all the protocols that relate to COVID-19, and then we'll continue to live very, very well. Enjoy your Monday and stay safe all the time on the roads. Bye.
What I believe, I'm a bullfighter.